This is Live for Love TV. Live for Love TV. Yes, I am.
One step more. One step more. One step more. Until you reach your goals. One step more. Save them soul. One step more. One step more. How good it is to reach the
Live for Love TV. This is Live for Love TV. Live for Love TV.
Like, share, subscribe. Live for Love TV. Awesome!
Welcome back, Live for Love TV. Today is the 4th day of the 11th month, 21st year, 21st century. Hope everyone's doing well out there. And happy birthday, sis. Many more to come. Anyway, today we're going to talk about passports. V-passports. You know what I mean when I say V-passports. V-passports, not the regular passport, the V-passport. A passport, and this is the regular passport, is something you use when you pass through a port. Is that right? I think we got that. We're on the same page there. So you're passing through a port, right through the airports and the shipping ports, whatever. It's your ID, it's your information, it's who you are, and these things have been around probably less than 100 years. But sometime along that 100 years, people decided that they wanted to know who was going where, and who was where, and who belongs to what country, and all this and that, and all that palaver. But anyway, now what we have is a suggestion that we're going to be talking about V-passports. Now, since there's no port that these V-passports are really about, they're about going into restaurants, I think, football stadiums, bars, clubs, all sorts of places, theatres. So there's no port that we'll be passing through, but yet they're still calling it a passport of sorts. That's the first, well, you say red flag there. But remember, when you have a passport, there's only a certain amount of things you can bring across from one place to another. And if you're in an airport, anytime you buy something in a duty free, even though you don't give your passport, you give your boarding pass to the person so they know exactly how much you've bought, what you've bought, and all the rest. Well, if we have V passports and you go into a bar, could it be possible that after 2 beers in your local bar, that a bleeper sounds and says you've had too many, you're over your limit, and that's the end of you? I mean, some people may say, well, that couldn't happen. They certainly wouldn't bring in a V passport and say that's what they're going to do. But they didn't bring in the original passports and tell you how they were going to be used either. Eventually, things started to change, and then certain stipulations came that went along with that passport. So surely, if the V passport comes along, and they start to tie it to medical records and everything else like that, sooner or later it's going to be, how many beers did you drink? Oh, you'll order another beer or a bottle of champagne. They'll say you're up to your limit. You say, but no, I'm not up to my limit. I've only had one. They say, no, but you had one in Belfast the day before. We've just seen it on the system, so you can't have another one until probably this time next week. I mean, yeah, it's said in jest, but I don't think it's that far away. That's what we're looking at. But I'm not against the V passports. I'll tell you why. Because people have to stand up for themselves. This is not about anybody encouraging people to say, oh, we shouldn't have V passports or whatever. These things always creep up on you. They always start very easy, very simply, and then they start up on you. And as they start up on you, they start adding things to it. They're basically brought in by governments of different forms of ways of controlling its people and other people, what they call aliens or immigrants or whatever. So don't be surprised with all the new things that when the V passport does come, do not be surprised with all the other things that will come along with it, with all the stipulations, with all the orders that you'll be able to get away with, what you'll be able to get away with and what you won't be able to get away with. I know people are going to start complaining at that point. They'll be saying, this is a liberty, but the very idea of a V passport would be a liberty, I think. And just like the original passports were liberties when you really consider it, that we're on an earth that really belongs to nobody that we know of. everybody at some point has come from somewhere else. Everybody at some point has invaded somewhere else. 400 or 500 years ago, the people who are now ruling in the United States of America had not even landed yet. So let's say 500 years ago, I don't think they'd even landed on that place. Now they're saying other people who tried to land on that place without their authorization are aliens. We're human beings, but somehow they can use the word aliens as if you don't belong there. But that's just to show you how things can change. So as they say, what goes around comes around. I wouldn't have advised people to go down this road. But once you go down this road, this is going to turn around and bite even the people that are bringing it today. Their children and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren are going to be caught up in this madness that we're going through. Take care. See you soon. Live for Love TV.
Share and subscribe. Live for Love TV.
Like, share, and subscribe. Live for Love TV. Oh.
Like, share, Live for Love TV.
People, one step more.